On August 7, there were drone attacks on the Krasnodar and Volgograd regions of Russia. The Afipsky oil refinery and military base in Russia's Krasnodar region have been hit by Ukrainian drones. The strike by suicide drones caused an explosion and fire at the refinery. Footage has been shared on local Telegram channels. One of the facilities at the refinery was also damaged. The refinery, located roughly 200 kilometers from the front line, serves as a strategic logistics hub for diesel fuel and aviation kerosene used by Russian troops. The refinery is also key to Russia's economic might, processing 6.25 million tons of oil annually. Regional Governor Veniamin Kondratyev claimed that in the nearby community of Slavyansk-on-Kuban, a man was injured as a result of falling drone debris. Kondratyev did not mention an attack on the refinery. A military facility in Slavyansk-on-Kuban was on fire following the drone attack, independent news outlet Astra reported, citing local residents. The port of Novorossiysk, home to the Black Sea Fleet, was also reportedly hit by a drone attack. There were no reports of casualties. Russian coastal defenses were also fighting off a naval drone attack at Novorossiysk, a coastal city 60 kilometers south of Slavyansk-on-Kuban, Mayor Andrei Kravchenko said. 2 railway stations in Russia's Volgograd region have been hit by drone strikes. Ukrainian kamikaze drones struck the Suroviko and Maxim Gorky stations, causing serious damage and a fire. There were no injuries, according to reports. Firefighters have been called to the area. Train services are not expected to be disrupted.
Сейчас будет сбой этих, могут врезаться. Сбой будет сейчас, могут врезаться где-нибудь. Сбоя сейчас не будет. Алло, вот прям вот на.
Сейчас был смачный взрыв, просто.
С электросетями. Это USB там наш.
Over the past 24 hours, from August 5 to 6, the Russians lost another 1,010 soldiers at the front. The Ukrainian armed forces also destroyed 52 artillery systems and 138 vehicles. This was reported by General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said that over the past 24 hours, 143 combat engagements have taken place on the front line, 52 of them on the Pokrovsk front. On the North Slobozhenskaya front and in Russia's Kursk Oblast, Ukrainian defenders repelled 13 Russian attacks. The Russians launched 18 airstrikes, dropping 35 guided aerial bombs, and mounted 353 artillery bombardments, including 16 times from multiple launch rocket systems. On the South Slobozhenskaya front, there were 5 combat clashes near the settlements of Vovchansk and Fyholivka. On the Kupiansk front, 7 Russian attacks occurred. Ukraine's defense forces repelled Russian assaults near the settlements of Redkivka, Holyabivka, Stepova Novoselivka, Nova Krylyakivka and Zarazov and towards Novoplatonivka. On the Lyman front, the Russians conducted 23 attacks, trying to advance near the settlements of Alhivka, Novy Mir, Hlushchenkov, Torsky, Serebryanka, Hryhorivka and Kolodyazy and towards Chernishkina, Seredny and Shandryholov. On the Siversk front, the Russians conducted attacks near the village of Hryhorivka and towards Siversk. In total, 3 combat clashes occurred there. On the Kramatorsk front, Ukrainian defenders repelled 2 Russian attacks near the town of Chasiv Yar. On the Toretsk front, the Russians conducted 8 assaults near the settlements of Toretsk, Dylyivka and Sherbanivka. On the Pokrovsk front, Ukrainian defenders repelled 52 Russian assaults near the settlements of Pokrovsk, Popov Yar, Volodymyrivka, Boykivka, Suvorov, Kotlin, Novoekonomikn, Moravka, Myrolubivka, Mykolaievka, Rodinsk, Suketsky, Dakhny, Promin, Molodetsk, Lisivka, Zverov, Yudakhny, Novokranka and Oleksivka and towards Novopavlivka. On the Novopavlivka front, Ukrainian forces repelled 16 Russian assaults near the settlements of Pidibn, Voskresenka, Shevchenko, Zeleny High, Zelene Pol and Novodorivka and towards Ivanivka and Novoivanivka. On the Huliapol front, the Russians carried out an attack near the village of Temirivka. On the Orikhiv front, Russian forces conducted 2 assaults near the settlements of Stepov and Plavny. On the Pridniprovsk front, the Russians unsuccessfully tried to attack Ukrainian positions once and suffered losses. Ukrainian aircraft and rocket forces and artillery units hit 2 Russian artillery pieces and 8 clusters of Russian military personnel, weapons and equipment. In addition, they hit 4 Russian command posts. Commander of the Ukrainian Airborne Assault Forces, Oleg Apostle said that currently, the situation in the Sumy and Kursk regions has partially stabilized. The commander said that the Ukrainian army has already liberated the villages of Andrivka and Kindrativka in Sumy from occupation and that another one will be retaken soon. According to the Apostle, active work is currently underway in these areas. Currently, 2 surprises are being prepared for the Russian army. For one of them everything is ready, for the other it will take resources and time. But they will be implemented soon. If everything goes well, it will be very difficult for the enemy. We will create such killing zones for the Russians that they will be destroyed in droves.